So you're thinking about selling your home. But what if I told you you could do it all yourself, keep thousands of extra dollars in your bank account, and be in the driver's seat for the entire ride? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can pull that off, step by step.
Let's just cut right to the chase, right? The question that really matters. What if you could put an extra $20,000 or maybe even more directly into your pocket instead of paying it out in commissions? This isn't some gimmick, it's the actual real-world potential of selling your home on your own.
And hey, 20 grand isn't just some number we pulled out of a hat. For a pretty typical $400,000 home, that's easily what you could be paying in realtor commissions. When you sell it yourself, FSBO as they call it, that money, your hard-earned equity, stays right where it belongs, with you. It's a massive financial win.
So, how do we get you there? Simple. We've mapped it all out in 4 straightforward stages. First, we'll get into the why, the real perks of doing this yourself. Then, we'll get your house prepped to absolutely wow potential buyers. After that, we'll talk about how to attract the right people. And finally, we will walk you through how to seal the deal.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1. Why would you even consider going this route? Honestly, it boils down to 2 huge things: having total, absolute control and keeping way more of your cash.
Think about it. When you sell with an agent, you're kind of on their schedule, right? Their process. But with FSBO, you are in complete command. You call the shots on the timeline, you decide when showings happen, and you're the one at the table for every single negotiation. So when you add it all up, the advantage is crystal clear. You get total control, you end up learning your local market like the back of your hand, and the bottom line, the best part, is you keep thousands and thousands of dollars of your own money.
All right, now that you know the why, let's get our hands dirty with the how. In Section 2, it's all about the prep work, setting the stage so your home makes an amazing impression the second someone walks through the door. And I mean this literally. You never, ever get a second chance to make a first impression. A super clean, well-kept house just screams quality and care. On the flip side, a bunch of clutter or little things that need fixing, that can plant seeds of doubt in a buyer's mind instantly.
Okay, so here's your game plan. It's simple. First, deep clean everything, and I mean everything. Then declutter and take down most of your personal photos and stuff so buyers can actually picture their own lives there. Next, fix those little nagging things, the leaky faucet, the squeaky door, and finally, don't forget the outside. Good curb appeal is your handshake to the world.
And this is exactly why all that effort matters so much. That gut feeling, that vibe, it happens in a flash. Putting in a bit of elbow grease and maybe a few bucks up front, trust me, it pays off big time when you get a great offer.
Okay, let's talk about what is probably the single most critical decision you will make in this entire process: setting the price. The key here is to take all the emotion out of it. Your price can't be based on your memories or what you think it's worth. It has to be based on cold, hard market data.
So how do you actually do that? First, jump on sites like Zillow or Redfin and look for comps. That's what similar homes right in your neighborhood have actually sold for recently. Second, check out who your competition is right now. What are they priced at? And third, you have to be honest with yourself. Adjust the price up for that brand new kitchen, but maybe adjust it down for that roof that's seen better days.
All right, your home is prepped, it's sparkling clean, and you've got the perfect price tag on it. Now it's time to shout it from the rooftops. This section is all about marketing your home and handling those showings like a pro to find the perfect buyer.
These days, your online listing is your 24/7 open house, and great visuals are everything. You need high-quality photos, preferably taken with tons of natural light. A quick video walkthrough is also a game changer. It helps people feel the layout. And finally, write a description that's not just honest, but super detailed. Answer questions before they're even asked.
You've got to cast a wide net. Get your listing up on the big sites, of course, like Zillow and For Sale by Owner, but don't stop there. Post it on Facebook Marketplace, share it in local community groups, even use Instagram with local hashtags. The goal is to be everywhere a buyer might be looking. And while the internet is obviously huge, you can't forget the power of a simple, old-school yard sign. It's a classic for a reason. It grabs all that drive-by traffic from people who already know and love your neighborhood.
So when those calls and emails start rolling in, you need a system. Save yourself a ton of time by pre-screening buyers. Just politely ask if they have a mortgage pre-approval letter. During the showing, give them space to look around, but be available for questions. And always, always follow up quickly. It shows you're serious.
We are in the home stretch now. This is it. This last section covers the most critical part of the whole journey, navigating the offers, the paperwork, and everything else that gets you from an accepted offer to payday.
Now, the paperwork part can seem a little intimidating, I get it, but you can totally handle it. You're going to be dealing with things like the purchase agreement, seller's disclosures, that's just a form where you list anything you know about the home's condition, inspection reports, and title documents. The trick is to start gathering these things early.
And here it is. This might be the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Please hire a real estate attorney. For a flat fee, they can look over all the contracts and make sure you are 100% protected. It can save you from huge legal and financial headaches down the road. It's worth every penny.
When you're negotiating, this right here is the golden rule. A handshake or a verbal promise means absolutely nothing in a real estate deal. Every single detail, from the price to the closing date to who gets the fancy chandelier, has to be written to be legally binding. No exceptions.
So what does that final lap look like? Well, the closing process follows a pretty clear path. You'll work with a title company that handles all the legal transfer stuff. You'll wait for the buyer's loan to get its final sign-off. The buyer will do one last walkthrough, and then it's time to sign the papers, hand over the keys, and celebrate.
So, to wrap it all up, here's your quick and dirty checklist for success. Stay organized from day one. Price your home with data, not your heart. Market it everywhere you possibly can. Always be professional, even when it's tough. And last but not least, get some legal help.
Look, selling your home yourself is a big project. There's no sugarcoating that. But by following this roadmap, you can absolutely do it. You can take charge of the process, make smart decisions, and keep so much more of your own money. So, really, the only question left is, are you ready to take control?